Hello everyone, welcome to CyberV. Today we'll be talking about application security. In today's agenda, we'll start with application security and its type. Then we'll look at 6 pillars on which AppSec is standing. Next, we'll be seeing through some of the common AppSec vulnerabilities and we'll conclude our video with their mitigation procedures. Application security, aka AppSec, refers to the measures and practices taken in order to protect software applications from threats and vulnerabilities throughout their life cycle. It's the conjuncture when security team meets the development team. It involves taking actions and procedures throughout the application lifecycle to ensure and prevent malicious actors from accessing data. So if you see someone in a company who is writing code talking about security or telling about operations and you are not sure who the guy is, then you can surely confirm that this person might be from the AppSec team. Now let's look at the types of application security. In here, three major topics need to be discovered: web application security, API security, and cloud native security. Web app is an application available to internet and operates on a web server. Application by definition must allow connection from insecure network. This exposes them to a variety of risks. Many web apps are mission critical and include sensitive customer data, making them an attractive target for attackers and top concern for the security firms. The adverse of HTTPS, which offers an encrypted channel of communication, God versus Node in the middle attacks or MITM attacks, has addressed several online application weaknesses. Many of these weaknesses still persist. So many security providers have created solutions specially geared to safeguard online apps in response to the rising challenge of web application security. When it comes to APIs that have security flaws at the root of many major data breaches have the potential to reveal sensitive data and disrupt vital corporate processes. API security flaws include insufficient authentication, unintended data disclosure, and failure to apply rate limiting, which allows API abuse. In context, WASP API checklist ensures a solid, robust mechanism to follow in order to protect the API of organizations. Cloud security refers to set of policies, technologies, and practices designed to protect data, applications, and infrastructure in cloud computing environment. Threats in cloud can arise from various sources including unauthorized access, data breaches, cloud misconfig, and vulnerabilities in cloud services. Dedicated cloud native security solutions are required which are capable of instrumenting vessels, container cluster, and serverless operation, reporting a security concerns and providing developers with a quick feedback loop. So we have discussed about the type of application security. Now we are going to see what are the 6 pillars on which application security lies on. So the 6 pillars includes authentication, authorization, data processing, encryption, logging, and testing. All these 6 pillars must need to be checked in the software development lifecycle and need to make sure the application is not lagging in any one of the 6 integrities. Now let's talk about the common AppSec vulnerabilities. So first we are going to talk about cryptographic failures. Cryptographic failure is something when an application uses an insecure encryption method to store or to send data, like using MD5 or SHA-256 hashes to store data or using any easily decodable encoding to send any data format. Next is injection attacks. Injection attacks typically arises due to lack of sanitization in user input or when there is a lack of additional security check in the back end to validate what the user has inputted. Injection can be of different types. First we can say of SQLI or SQL injection. If a target application is vulnerable to SQLI, it will send data directly to the database without checking if it's safe or not. Then instead of storing or retrieving some account data, database server will execute malicious SQL statement injected by the attacker. Next we can think of is cross-site scripting or XSS, where a malicious JavaScript is injected into the application to retrieve victims' cookies, session IDs, or to redirect them to a malicious site and hijack the user session. Then there is command injection, where attackers are able to provide their own operating system command in user input, which may allow the attacker to obtain data about the server or sometimes even execute arbitrary command to fully compromise the system. Other injection attack includes XXE or XML external entity injection, SSTI or server side template injection, CRLF or NoSQL injection. Next vulnerabilities, what you need to know is about outdated components. This involves using an outdated or vulnerable instance of any software, libraries, or dependencies which are not regularly updated. They can contain certain security vulnerabilities which can be exploited. Last is the authentication failure, which involve vulnerabilities in the authentication mechanism, allowing an application to bypass authentication procedures like login, multi-factor authentication, OTPs, even password reset, leading to a full compromise of user accounts and systems. Now let's talk about protecting your application from different attacks. First is implementing SDLC in a software development project to ensure the successful planning, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance of the software. Next is implementing a WAF or Web Application Firewall, which monitors and filters HTTP traffic between web application and World Wide Web. Though it doesn't address all risks, but it may be used in conjunction with other defense mechanisms. A Web Application Firewall functions as a reverse proxy, shielding the server from exposure. It acts as a barrier in front of the web application to protect from different attacks. In AppSec, risk and threat assessment play a critical role in identifying and prioritizing potential vulnerabilities and threats to the application security, enabling proactive mitigation and strategies to safeguard the different infrastructure. If some vulnerabilities still persist, we need to rate the severity of its defects and publish a comprehensive report to get a clear understanding of the threats and risks which are involved in that particular applications. And the last method involves security testing of application using different methods. First is SAST or Static Application Security Testing. It's a white box testing method with access to source code at rest which identifies weaknesses that may lead to a vulnerability and then generates a report. Next is DAST or Dynamic Application Security Testing. It tests an application security posture by applying different attack types to the running application. It doesn't require access to the application source code, making it a black box testing method. Third is IAST or Interactive Application Security Testing. This form of application security testing scans the source code for vulnerabilities while running the application and stimulate the way a user would commonly interact with it. And last is SCA or Software Composition Analysis, also known as Origin Analysis. This method helps to analyze all source components and libraries of different softwares. This tool helps to identify known vulnerabilities and notify the user of any available patches or updates. I hope you have understood the video, and if you like this video, just give a thumbs up and tell me around in comments if you have any kind of doubts. Thank you, and we'll meet in the next video.